Question number one, when we think about consultancy and how difficult it might be to get a business off the ground, could you give us a sense, based on all the clients you've worked with, the affiliates rather, what the first year is typically like? I mean, what are some of the challenges that people experience early on that they're able to overcome as they get more experience both as consultants and business owners?
Um, Common question. In the steps that we take to align with someone, one of the last steps is we work with them on a preliminary business plan to kind of figure out what the goals and objectives are, because it's very personal to that individual. And typically, one of the biggest concerns is how can I, uh, for sure, put together a plan to replace the income that I've left or grow the income to the level that I want. And typically our folks are working with 4 to 6 clients at any given time. And if someone is working with us and we're helping them through the marketing stage, we want to be able to see that business strategy helping them generate a positive cash flow within the first 90 days. But the simple answer to that question is most people's concern is, am I going to be able to get enough clients to be able to generate the revenue that I'm looking to grow or replace? And that's a big part of what we spend time on with every one of our consultants, because that's the biggest hurdle. It's the biggest concern. And I've been working with this network for 30 plus years. That is the focus of almost all the initial conversations when we're working with somebody as a new consultant.
Mhm. So let's riff on that a bit, Tammy and Gerard. So let's say you're brand new and you don't have clients. You haven't necessarily maintained your network as effectively as you needed to throughout your career. Is there a particular source? Is LinkedIn the source to go and generate referrals and create clients?
To
Most of our
piggyback on what you're, I'm sorry, Jared, go for it.
sorry, my fault. Most of our affiliates and consultants come to us without a client base.
Okay.
A vast majority. We have if I had to say 10% of our consultants come to us saying, yeah, I've already started something. I've got some things kicking and I just like to expand it out. Vast majority come to us where they've just left corporate America, either, I don't know what the word is, by choice, by force, whatever you want to call it. They come to us and they say, this is my thing. I personally am a little bit of more of the old school mentality that social media is a great way to expand. I do not believe it's the first step that's necessary or should be the first step in someone deciding to go out and start to generate clients. Mm-hmm. The first thing I want to do is I want to say, who do you want to work with? What types of people get you excited? Because I will tell you one thing that's critical to success in this business is there needs to be passion. There needs to be excitement. And if you are not excited about the work that you're doing or the people that you're working with, pardon me, this is going to be very negative. It's not going to work. Period. End of story. So if you can start to define who it is that you want to work with, what is it that you want to do? What solutions, what improvements do you want to help organizations achieve? Then it becomes, okay, great. Where can I find those people that are in those situations? Where can I find the inspired organizations in my area? Where can I find, on the other side, where can I find those companies that are desperate? That are saying, if we don't change things, we might have to close our doors in 6 months to 12 months. And that's where I really think that this is, hitting the road and literally kicking the road is important, is getting out there and meeting with individuals. Now, the thing is I cannot, I'm not sure where everybody's from. I'm sure we've got people from probably all the states in the US and some internationally. I'm not sure what the right answer is for each one of you, because it does vary drastically. But what I found is that the key is to identify what's the market that you want to look for. Find yourself 1 or 2 people that are in that market, which is typically pretty easy to do. And then from there, develop that relationship with those individuals, not as necessarily referral sources, not as necessarily even clients, but as centers of influences of people who can begin to introduce you to other individuals, but even more importantly, can introduce you to other organizations that maybe in your community that, quite frankly, most of us have no clue actually exist. So that's, to me, is really first step. Figuring out where you want to go, who gets you excited, and then let's put together a plan. How do you find those individuals? Because that's what's going to make you most successful.